Hello, dear Chinese learners. How are you? Let me introduce myself first. My name is Michelle, and I'm from China, obviously. As a Chinese learner, I'm sure you have encountered a lot of difficulties while learning this language because it's not easy. Some common difficulties could be long vocabulary list, different sentence structures to remember, different grammar rules to remember, and above all, your pronunciation, your accent. I'm sure not a lot of you have started learning Chinese when you were very young, and most of you started learning Chinese when you were an adult. It's very difficult, but it's not impossible. So today I wanted to make a video about how I started learning English, how I slightly reduced my Chinese accent step by step until I get to it now. I know I'm not perfect now. I still have a relatively noticeable Chinese accent when I'm speaking English, but it's not very strong. And a lot of people ask me, have you been to the United States for over 10 years? My answer is no. I went there when I was 23. I stayed there for 3 years to pursue my master's degree. So I didn't stay there for very long, only 3 years. It was very hard for me when I first got there, especially the first 3 months. I wasn't able to pick up or understand what the native speakers were talking about, even though I have already built up the basics in English. They were speaking really fast. I couldn't pick up the speed. And also I had a very noticeable Chinese accent when I'm speaking English. And now I have it largely reduced because of my effort. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I have a couple of suggestions for you. First start, try to choose an accent that you want to pick up. In English, we all know that there are different accents, right? There are American accent, Canadian accent, Australian accent, British accent, etc. In Chinese, I'm talking about Mandarin now. There are a lot of accents as well. So you have mainlander accent, which is from Beijing, the capital of China, and you have Taiwanese accent. They're talking Mandarin as well. And there are Cantonese accent, a lot of accent. So first, try to pick an accent that you want to have. Okay, so for me, I picked the American accent because I was studying there, obviously. So how did I improve my accent? First, use the shadowing technique. You can improve your accent by using the shadowing technique, which is repeat right after you hear a word or sentence. What I did was watching a lot of, YouTube videos, American movies, VOA, CNN on my app. Well, anything that could be American accent. I like to watch American movies, Hollywood movies on my laptop. So what I did was hit the pause button, repeat right after I hear something, and then continue. Repeat doing that for a long time. And sometimes when I'm driving, I just use my phone, listen to the VOA or CNN. They're genuine American English for sure. Just like this, I'm going to show you right now.
Next, an editorial reflecting the views of the United States government.
From the very beginning of addressing climate change has been one of President Barack Obama's top priorities. Looking back into the Obama administration's 8-year quest to lead global efforts to reduce harmful greenhouse gases has been a historic success. In December 2015, the world came together to adopt the Paris Agreement on climate change. The Paris Agreement establishes a long-term, durable global framework to set the world on a course to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the most dangerous levels of climate change. International cooperation with China was key to ensuring the success of the past. The United States and 122 other countries have joined the Paris Agreement, which entered into force in November 2016.
So that was a demonstration of the shadowing technique. What I did was repeating everything I heard. I didn't care about the content. I didn't care about whether or not I repeated everything I heard or was that accurate enough. I just kept repeating and repeating, doing that for a long time. And you can improve your Chinese by doing this. First, Try to choose an accent that you prefer. Most people prefer the accent from Beijing, which is the genuine accent, because it's capital of China. That's what you can do.
本台刚刚收到消息，三鹿牌婴幼儿奶粉，党中央国务院重视作出重大部署。日前，国家质联统局婴幼儿奶粉3具提案专项检查、阶段性检查。一、全国目前有175家幼儿奶粉企业，66家企业已经停止生产婴幼儿奶粉。此次专项检查109家企业，共检验了491瓶产品。专项检查有22家企业，65次检品，含量不同的3鹿提案。
Okay, that's a demonstration. Yeah, that's the demonstration about shadowing technique when you're learning Chinese. Of course, it'd be great if you understand the content, if your Chinese level is high enough, but it doesn't hurt if you're just beginning. It might sound crazy, like, what am I doing? I don't even understand what they're talking about, and I'm just following the rhythm and everything. Yes, actually it helps. Yeah, it might sound crazy, but it actually helps. You can start learning Chinese by copying how a baby learns its mother tongue. A baby doesn't have to remember long vocabulary lists, sentence structure, different kind of grammar rules. They just learn their mother language effortlessly and naturally, just like that. Yeah, so the first 3 months could be very difficult, even because you don't understand the Chinese at all. But it can help your learning process as a whole. Gradually in your learning process, you'll find out that it's actually a lot easier to learn Chinese when you pay the effort using the shadowing technique, not only to improve your Chinese accent, but also to get you familiarized with the rhythms in Chinese, get a feeling about, this language, immerse your brain into this kind of language environment. And another thing I did was to listen closely and pay close attention to how a native speaker pronounces a word or a sentence. And then I would like to record myself using my phone, play it back, and then see like the gap, like how much I need to improve. Compare it with that native speaker's voice. So let me give you a demonstration. I use my phone, an iPhone, and I usually use WeChat. I click on this and then record myself, hit the record button like this. Okay, for example, I would say, hello, my name is Michelle and I'm a Chinese teacher. My hobby is watching YouTube videos, something like that. And then after finished recording, I play it back, hear it myself. My name is Michelle and I'm a Chinese teacher. My hobby is watching YouTube videos, something like that. Okay. So you could find out like where's that gap. And if you cannot tell how you should improve and what you should improve, you can let your friend who is a native speaker hear your recording and give you suggestions about what to improve. And of course, be patient. Practice makes perfect. You have to be patient. It's like getting on an exercise routine. The first day, the second day, even the first month, maybe there's like no noticeable changes at all. Don't get frustrated. Continue doing it for like 2 months, 3 months, until one day you will find out, boom, your body suddenly changed. You just got that ideal figure that you want. Same philosophy for learning Chinese, for improving your Chinese accent. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I hope this video helps you a little bit. If you like this video and want to continue learning with me, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I also have an online course teaching Chinese and giving suggestions about how to improve your accent when you're speaking Chinese and finally sound more like a native Chinese speaker. And I'll have the link down below. Okay, thank you. 谢谢。Bye, 再见。